My name is Isabella. I am 29 years old. I am tired. Deep down, my soul is tired. I need a break. Just a few days away from everything. No work, no stress, no problems, no endless responsibilities. Just peace, silence, space to breathe, a chance to feel like myself again. So I decided to travel alone. At the airport, something strange happened. A man started talking to me. He looked calm, confident, well-dressed. He said, "Are you going to Florida too?" I said, "Yes." He smiled and replied, "I have a business trip there." I nodded. "Oh, I'm going for a vacation." That was it. A short conversation, just a few lines. But strangely, I kept thinking about him. Why did he speak to me? Was it just politeness or something more? Later, at the hotel check-in, I saw him again. Same man. He looked at me and smiled. "What a surprise! Same hotel," he said. I said nothing. I was confused. Is this just a coincidence? He added, "Perhaps we will see each other again." Why did he say that? That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind was full of questions. Is he married? Why is he so friendly? Should I stay away? I stared at the ceiling, unsure. The next day, I saw him again in the lobby. He waved and said, "Good morning, Isabella." Wait, I never told him my name. How does he know my name? I felt something strange in my stomach, not fear, but discomfort. I wanted to believe he was just nice, but something didn't feel right. What was really happening? The next morning I went to eat breakfast. He was there again. He looked at me and said, "Would you like to join me?" I hesitated for a second, then said, "Okay." We spoke. He told me about his work, his business trip, and all his long meetings. I listened. He was funny, smart, and easy to talk to. He smiled and said, "You have a nice smile, Isabella." I didn't know what to say. My heart felt unsure. Why is he interested in me? He then asked me about my job, my dreams, my life. Each day we spent more time together. We went for walks. We had coffee. He made me laugh. He listened carefully. He seemed interested in me, not just my looks, but my thoughts. One day, I asked, "Do you have a family?" He looked at me and said, "I have a wife, but things are not good between us. We don't talk. We don't understand each other anymore." I was quiet. He continued, "I don't wear my ring. I don't feel married. I feel alone." I didn't know how to respond. Was he telling the truth? Or just trying to make me feel sorry for him? He looked into my eyes. "With you, I feel different. I feel happy. You make me feel alive again." My heart was confused. Should I believe him? Is this real, or is this a mistake? I asked, "But what about your wife?" He looked down. "We sleep in different rooms. We don't talk. We are like strangers." "Why don't you leave her then?" I asked. "Because of my daughter. She's only 7. I don't want to hurt her." That answer made sense, but something still felt wrong. I asked him again, "Are you sure you are not happy with her?" He said, "Yes, I'm sure. With you, I feel peace." I wanted to believe him. He never called his wife. He never mentioned her name. He acted like he was free. I began to feel special. I thought, perhaps this is the beginning of something real. But one thing bothered me. He never showed me his phone. He never said his wife's name. He just said her or she, never her name. Why? One afternoon, we sat at a cafe. He looked serious. He said, "Isabella, I think I'm falling in love with you." I didn't answer. My heart felt warm but also scared. "Are you sure this is right?" I asked. He said, "I know it's not perfect, but nothing in my life is perfect, except you." That night I couldn't sleep again. Something didn't sit right. The next day, I asked the hotel's manager for help with something. The woman smiled and said, "Oh, your husband already asked about that this morning." I froze. "My husband?" She said, "Yes, Mr. Warner, room 204. I froze again. Warner, that was his last name. Why did she think we were married? I went outside. I needed air. I needed to think. I needed answers. Then suddenly I saw him, but he was not alone. He was with a woman. They walked together. She touched his arm. He kissed her on the cheek. They looked happy. I felt cold inside. My chest hurt. My stomach twisted. He told me they didn't talk. He told me they lived like strangers. He told me he was not happy. But now they looked like a happy couple. Was everything he told me a lie? Did he plan this from the beginning? That night, I didn't speak to him. I stayed in my room. I didn't answer his messages. He wrote, "Where are you? I miss you. Are you okay?" But I didn't reply. I wanted the truth. The next morning, he was alone. He smiled and said, "I was worried. I didn't see you yesterday." I said, "I saw you yesterday." His face changed. "What do you mean?" I said, "I saw you with your wife. You looked happy." He paused, then said, "Oh, that wasn't what it looked like." "So what was it?" I asked. "We were just talking. For our daughter. You kissed her on the cheek." "That doesn't mean anything. We're just pretending. We act like we are okay, but we are not. We are you in the same hotel. She wanted to come. I didn't know until the last minute. It's who she's here, and you're with me. I told you I'm not happy with her, but you didn't tell me she was here. I didn't want to ruin what we had." "What we had?" I asked. "What did we have? Was it love or just a game?" I looked at him. "Does she know about me?" He looked away. "No, she doesn't, and I want to keep it that way." In that moment, everything became clear. He wasn't planning to leave her. He wasn't honest with me. He wanted both. "Isabella, please don't be upset. This is special." "Special? You call this special?" "I'm serious. I care about you." "Then why are you lying to your wife?" He didn't answer. I looked at him and thought, if he lies to her, he can lie to me too. I wanted to leave the hotel. I began packing my things. Then I got a message from him. He said, "Please meet me just one more time." I didn't want to. But I also wanted answers. So I said, "Okay." We met in the cafe near the lobby. He said, My wife knows about you. She saw my phone. She read my messages. I was shocked. What did she say? She wants a divorce. I said nothing. Then he smiled. Now we can be together. I froze. What? I asked. You think I want that now? Yes. Isn't that what you wanted? No. I wanted honesty. I wanted respect. I didn't want to break a family. It was already broken. Then why did you lie to her? Because I was scared. But now I'm free. I want to start a new life with you. I looked at him and asked, and when you get tired of me, will you do the same to another woman? He said nothing. I stood up and walked away. That night, I got a message from her, his wife. She wrote, I know who you are. I know what happened. He did this before. You are not the first. My heart dropped. Not the first? How many others? I read her message again and again. You are not the first. I didn't reply. There was nothing to say. I wanted to cry, but I didn't. The next morning, I checked out of the hotel. I wanted to leave that place. The manager gave me a note. It was from him, and said, Isabella, I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you. I don't know why I do these things. Please, don't hate me. I didn't feel hate. I felt empty. Later, at the airport, I saw him one last time. He looked at me. I looked at him. No words, just silence. I got on my plane. If someone is not honest with others, they will not be honest with you. If someone is not free, they cannot give you real love. Not every sweet word is true. Not every story is love. And not every person is ready to love. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.